The introduction of a One Design boat for the next two editions of the Volvo Ocean Race is a pretty big deal. And as the boats start to roll out of the factory here in Southampton, England, a wave of excitement is spreading through the sailing community. Construction and assembly work on the first two boats has been completed, and one of the high-tech Volvo Ocean 65s is heading to the team, while the other is getting a temporary makeover.
Right now I'm helping to put some of the graphics on one of the boats ahead of a photo and video shoot that's been planned for tomorrow. But here's the news. All this week we've been commissioning the boat that will be going to the all-female team sponsored by the Swedish company SCA.
The week started out when the boat was brought out of the build shed and put onto its keel.
That's right, the boat goes onto its keel.
The rig was stepped before the boat was lifted onto a barge. The facility at Green Marine is an ex-hovercraft base, and they only need a couple of inches of water rather than the 17 feet or 4.7 metres needed by a Volvo Ocean 65. The whole operation gets shipped about 1 mile across Southampton water to a deep water berth. The boat is lifted into the water and an army of technicians descend onto the boat to begin the complex process of powering up systems and making checks in their respective areas. It might look a bit crazy, but the pull-down test is about as crucial as it gets. It's done to simulate some of the loads that a boat will experience during the race. And our very own Nick Bice has been on site all week to keep an eye on things for us.
So as you can see, everybody's been quite busy over on SCA, and I've been pretty busy with this. I'm pretty happy with it. What I'm going to do now is head down to SCA, hook up with Nick and see what's been going on. So what have you done with the weather?
I see you brought the good weather with you.
This is horrible.
Well, we are in southern UK.
So have you been here all week?
Yep, all week. Helping the guys out a little and just checking the protocols are in place to ensure that every boat goes through the same process when it gets put together.
I'll tell you what, while he's tipped down, let's hop on and have a look around.
Good idea.
So let's start out up on the bow here.
Yeah, let's check it out from the pointy end first.
This paint job's amazing, isn't it?
Yeah, it looks beautiful. They've a lot of detail going on, obviously, into the graphics. And,
how come these are so high?
1, foot chocks.
Yeah.
2, they offer a lot of structural support.
Right.
And actually inside here you've got quite a lot of ropes.
Yeah.
So there's a lot less things to either trip over, apart from this big thing.
Yeah.
But also when you're moving sails around up here, less chance of jamming some rope under a sail.
You can jump them on there, can't you?
Exactly.
The dagger boards have an interesting attachment point for the lift line. It's in the middle of the board, and what this does is make it easier to raise and lower the board.
You can see there's a guide where this line actually falls into.
Okay.
And that actually, when you lift it up, gives it a direct vertical pull. So you're not pulling at a better angle.
Yeah. Really good. Will that actually ever end up underwater?
No, so the water line will actually be very close to this point, but they will never end up under the boat itself.
So I see this pit area, it makes me want to be a pitman.
Well, it makes you because you're under your camera dome here.
Exactly. No,
but this is actually, it was seen a central pit, this is called. It was seen last race on Group Armour, and not really seen on any of the other Volvo 70s.
Yeah.
But it is quite common on an open 60. And very successful because you got this centre, this area you can work with.
It just feels right, doesn't it? Yeah. You really are sort of conducting the orchestra here when you're in a manoeuvre, aren't you?
Absolutely.
Yeah. It's a steering station. It's actually a good view, isn't it? I was always worried that the combing was going to prevent you from seeing, but I'm not the tallest bloke.
Well, now you can see something different than the shed door inside the shed. That's probably done it for you.
Then we get to the aerial mast in my FB500, FB250.
I mean, this looked massive in the shed, but actually it looks a lot more in proportion here. It's got all the safety features.
So well thought out, got a handrail.
Yeah.
Nice spot there for the life rafts. Yeah. But you know what? This weather's killing me. Let's go.
The next day took us back to Green Marine for the big shoot. Over the next 2 years, the Volvo Ocean 65s are going to be some of the most photographed boats on the planet. As well as being the toughest race around, It's also a huge commercial operation. The sponsors pump massive amounts of money into these campaigns, and today, our job is to show this boat in the best possible light.
Well, the shoot's been going great, and it's awesome to see everyone getting so excited about the boat. We've got a whole team here on site today, as well as this shiny new Volvo S60. SCA is in the water, and this boat will be next. It's taken us about a year to get where we are with the Volvo Ocean 65, and coincidentally there's a year to go until the race starts. So let's take a look back at the story so far.
Construction started in Italy, France and Switzerland way back in September of 2012. And since then, over 36,000 man-hours have gone into each one of the Volvo Ocean 65s. The major components have already travelled 2,000 kilometres before they even touched the water. Obviously the boat is 65 feet long, and that's nearly 20 metres. It's 5.6 metres wide at the maximum, and all up the boat weighs just under 12,500 kilograms. The 30-metre mast comes from New Zealand, and the 8 sails are made between America and France. And then, when everything is in one place, the highly skilled Green Marine team assemble all the parts into this.